Hello, everyone. This is a terrific Tuesday, or I can say Takeover Tuesday, but I'm so excited to have another edition of Public Speaking and Business. These conversations have really been blessing me. I've been meeting so many great businessmen and women who have been sharing their experiences about how public speaking has helped their businesses, has helped them in their path of entrepreneurship. And I really hope that you all are listening to all this free game that you're getting because they're giving lots of good tips. And I want this to help you all. I want everyone to see the importance of how just good communication, clear, concise communication can really help you in your day to day life. So even if you're not a business owner, if you're just trying to get ahead in your job, your career, you want to have a better relationship with your family, friends, in the community, communication is going to be the key to success in all of those areas. And so, of course, I'd be remiss to not mention the Model Speakers Academy because that's the driving force behind me wanting to even do this public speaking and business platform. The academy is started in September, and I'm having a webinar tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for the whole month of October, I have been having webinars on Wednesdays so that you can find out about the details of the Model Speakers Academy. I want you to know about all the things that the Model Speakers Academy has to offer you. And for those who are not familiar with what the model system for success is, the model stands for motivate, organize, deliver, engage, and lead because I want you all to be able to model the best you can about your brand, about your business, about who you are as a person to your audience. And so that's what the Model Speakers Academy is here for, to help come with you, to hold you accountable. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you're a seasoned vet, you can go to the next level by being a part of this 8-week program. And so I'm so excited to see the transformations that are going to come as a result of people investing in themselves and investing in this opportunity. So, enough about that. I have the distinct pleasure of having Terra Odom with me here tonight. And this is going to be another great addition. I know we're probably on the way home or you're home from work, you're getting ready to unwind. And so you're in the right place because we're here to have another great conversation about public speaking and business. Tara's going to tell us about her business, about her journey, and I'm just so grateful to have her. She's hailing from Mississippi, so I believe she's my first Mississippian that I've had to talk to, but hopefully not the last. So welcome, Tara.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
So
thank you for this opportunity. I'm so excited to be here. Um, my name, like she said, is Terra Odom, and I'm an award-winning international speaker. I'm a best-selling author, a worship leader, a recording artist, a coach, and a consultant, as well as a business and brand specialist. So I have over 20 years of experience helping people and organizations unlock their true potential by creating a clear blueprint that's tailored to each of my clients' unique visions and their goals. And so, through my company, the Manifold Innovations Corporation, I empower businesses with customized management and administration strategies that drive growth. And together with my clients, we outline actionable plans that transform their ideas into reality, and it enables my clients to break through barriers that they may be facing in their businesses, to amplify their impact, and to establish their authority in their fields. I also serve as the lead writing specialist and coach for my signature online school, Writers Unblock Academy, where I help aspiring authors build their credibility through self publishing. And so I believe that sharing your story is essential for establishing your authority and your influence. And I'm dedicated to making the journey seamless and fulfilling. And so, as a certified coach in various areas, I specialize in guiding my clients to elevate themselves, their brand, and their businesses to new height. And again, I'm excited about everything that is going on with the model school for the speakers and being able to be here and speak with you today.
wow, well, you sound like a one-stop shop. I love everything that your brand and your business offers because many people don't really know where to begin. They have an
Right.
idea, they have a concept or a vision, but they don't realize it takes a lot of hard work to get an
Yeah.
idea to the business level and then to get it successful. And the sad
Yeah.
part is many businesses don't make it to year 5. Many businesses, struggle in those first few years because it's about establishing that brand, like you said, establishing that credibility. And so
Hmm.
you're able to come alongside and help individuals get to that next level of sustainability, which is so important. So that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes. Thank
Yes, I
you.
love
Thank
that. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Why do you
you.
believe public speaking is an essential skill that business professionals need today?
Well, from my perspective, I believe public speaking is not just a skill, but a necessity for business professionals, especially in today's world. Whether you're in a corporate setting or you're working with churches or nonprofits, the ability to effectively communicate your products or your services to your potential audience is crucial. And so, in my experiences, I know that success isn't solely defined by quantitative metrics, like your revenue. Is also it encompasses the qualitative measures of the impact of your message. Whether your goal is to drive your monetary growth or whether it's to elevate your influence, the influence of your mission, telling your story in a way that resonates with your audience is essential. And so it's not just enough for you to simply possess the information. You have to be able to present that information in an engaging and an inviting manner. And so with public speaking, it empowers you to connect on a deeper level with your audience, and it allows you to create trust and loyalty. And when you share your story from an authentic place, you inspire action, you inspire curiosity, and it engaging with your communication also transforms your listeners from just listening, but being passionate advocates for your brand or for your cause. And so, in a landscape where competition is fierce and attention spans are very short, mastering the art of public speaking can set you apart and it can elevate your impact. And so, basically, being a compelling speaker as a business professional isn't just an asset. It's your ticket to creating those meaningful connections and achieving lasting success.
Wow, that was beautifully said. I love that. And I love that you mentioned storytelling because I think many people want to kind of separate themselves from their brand sometimes. It's like, this is what I do, but this is me over here. And it's
Mhm.
like, you have to find a way to be able to combine them in a way because people don't want to just buy a product from a machine or from a company that they don't really know. Nowadays, people
Absolutely.
want to have an emotional connection with you. They want to know you, they want to like you, they want to trust you, and they
Mhm.
want to, feel like, they are part of a bigger story, a bigger journey. And so I love that you said that it's a necessity. Being able to speak, that's a, thing that we all can do. It's, free for the most part. It's a quick
Right.
way to sell your business. A lot
Mhm.
of people don't want to do sales. Like, I just want to put my product out there. But the sad part is, if you're a business owner, you got to know how to sell. You got to be able to do that pitch, be able to tell people about your product. And it has to be able to come naturally, not forced, but just you have to get to a
Right.
comfort level where you're able to share about your product, about your business. And I think also we have to be able to detach ourselves from the rejection that people experience when someone's not your customer or when someone says no. It's okay. I have changed no in my mind to next opportunity. And so
Yeah.
thank you. There's some people who say they want to get at least 100 no's a day because if you get at least 100 no's, you may get 5 to 10 prospects or 5 to 10 maybes, 5 to 10
Yeah.
yeses. So a lot of times it's a numbers game. We got to be
Yeah.
comfortable enough talking, and that's giving us more practice, getting us more comfortable. But we have to be able to realize that whatever we're selling or whatever we're trying to provide, if you want to really have that success, you want to be authentic and you don't want to be separate from your product. You want to really say, this is a part of who I am, and allow your journey to be shared with your customers, with your potential clients.
Right. Right.
So
That's
yes.
wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. So the second question I have for you is, can you share a personal experience where public speaking has significantly impacted your career or business?
I think one of the most pivotal moments for me in my career, it came early on. I was invited to speak at a national conference for women. And despite coming from a family of preachers, my dad is a pastor, and teachers, and so a lot of my family are naturally speakers. I never really considered myself to be a public speaker. So, in fact, I felt like I was the least qualified person in the room. And so I was scared, I was nervous, and most of the people at the conference had no idea of who I was. And so I felt like I had something to prove. However, I seized that opportunity. And I was determined, and I had a clear mission, and I wanted to ensure that the message that I gave left a lasting impact. And so I poured my heart into preparing for that presentation, and I focused on the authentic storytelling and connecting with the audience from a pure place. And what I discovered was transformative for me. Um, because I was just who I was. I didn't try to be anyone else. I was a Southern girl from Mississippi. And the conference was up north, but I didn't try to change any of that about myself, and the feedback from the attendees was overwhelmingly positive, and a lot of them expressed how my words resonated with them because I shared my own experiences, and they were able to connect with me from that place. And through that experience, it inspired me to write my first book, Finding Your Voice Inside of the Noise. And so that's where I dug a little bit deeper, and making sure that there's power in your authentic voice, in your authentic communication, and pursuing your purpose in that. And so that initial invitation actually became a launching pad for me in my speaking career. And I was soon invited to speak internationally. And with that opportunity and each one that came after that, my influence and the confidence for me to be able to do that. When I first spoke, I was nervous, I was shaking in my boots, but I couldn't let the audience know that, and that's what I tell my clients all the time. I might be nervous, but it is my job to make sure that you don't know that. And so I have to, overcome that and just calm myself and just speak from a natural and pure place. And so, it just that opportunity really showed me that I had something that was inside of me, and all I needed to do was just nurture it a little bit more and bring it out. And the more I brought it out, the more I got better at it. So,
Wow, I love that. And from that talk, you wrote a book. Tell me the title again.
finding your voice inside of the noise.
And I love that because I think things are too noisy in general. Just
Mhm,
people are not used to sitting in the quiet
mhm,
and, like you said, listening to their inner voice, listening to themselves. We have the social media constantly happen. You got the
mhm,
radio on, you got the TV, you got people talking.
mhm,
And so it's a lot of noise, it's a lot of chatter, it's a lot of outside voices. And
mhm,
sometimes we listen to what others have to say instead of listening to our hearts and to ourselves and talking to God and just making sure that we're able to find out our unique voice and what we need to do. And a lot of
right,
times we're looking outside for answers that are already within us. So I love that title. And I love that you said you were nervous, you were scared. And that's natural. Some people, even to this day, I still get nervous or scared right before I talk. But to me, that just shows that you care. When
right,
I'm nervous or scared, that's saying that I'm caring about what I'm about to do. And I think that that energy, that adrenaline is needed. We just got to be
yeah,
able to shift it from being fearful to excited. Like, ooh, I'm excited to share my story. I'm excited to help the audience. I'm not
mhm,
here for me, I'm here for them. And so when
mhm,
we shift it from ourselves into this message is going to be somebody's breakthrough, this message or whatever I'm coming to is going to answer a problem someone may have. When we
mhm,
realize we're there to be change makers or there to help,
right,
then I think it takes the pressure off of us. And then also get the audience involved. Like you said, you got a lot of good feedback. And so I like to say, ask the audience questions,
mhm,
tell them to raise their hand, tell them to stand up, get
mhm,
them involved, let them see that this is a dialogue, this is an exchange. I'm
right,
bringing you information, but I need to get some energy and information from you as well. So there's
yeah,
different techniques that you can learn in the Model Speakers Academy or just in general, how to be able to take that stage fright, take that fear, and don't let it immobilize you where you can't do anything, but allow yourself to be able to transition and share that energy to a place where it can help you do your best. So I love that. Like you said, you
Yeah.
had it in your family. And so you already had it in you, but you
Yes.
just had to get it out. And so a lot of times we have it in us, but we just don't know because we don't allow ourselves to stretch. A lot of us stay in our comfort zones. We stay in these boxes and we're like, oh, things could be better, but you know what? I'm just going to stay here where it's comfortable. And there's no growth in our comfort zones. And so we have to be able to kind of challenge ourselves and find out what you can do.
Right, right. And that's why you have places like the Model Speaking Academy, so that you can help bring that out, and show us how to really make our voices be heard and be
Absolutely.
authentic with it. So, yeah,
Yes. Because we all have a story to tell. That's what I believe. I think all of us
yes,
have unique experiences that has happened to us.
mhm,
And it's not just for us, but it's for us to share to, with our family or with our friends or with someone else. Like, this is what I've been through, but let me share how I got over, how I can
right,
help you. So this is my story, but you have a story to share as well. So I think we have to just empower each other to own
yes,
our voice, share our
yes,
story, share our
yes,
authenticity, because we all are unique and we all bring something different. And
yes.
I want to get off of this, but I just feel it, in my spirit is to keep talking about it a little bit longer. I think many people feel threatened if somebody else is a speaker or if somebody else, and I love it. I want to talk to other speakers. I want other speakers on this platform. Why? Because I don't know it all. And I think
Um,
we need to learn from each other. Stop seeing someone as a threat or competition, but try to collaborate. Try to see, how can I work with this person? How can I learn? Not necessarily imitate, but just get some inspiration so that I can become my best self. And I say it all the time. You go in the grocery store, you go down the bread aisle, there's like over 30, 40 different bread companies. And they still produce their own bread. You go
okay.
outside, there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's Hardee's, there's Checkers. They all sell burgers, but they
Mhm.
have their own unique spin to it. So we need
Yes,
to realize that there's room for all of us to flourish, to succeed, to be successful. And it doesn't have to be, a threat. If someone's an
absolutely.
author, be inspired so you can write your book. You
Right.
know, get that courage so that you can talk and be a paid speaker. So I love it. I love everything that you represent in your brand.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So my third question is, what are some common public speaking challenges that many business professionals face, and how can they overcome them?
You know, um, there are several common challenges, but I think two of the most detrimental, one being false humility,
Mm,
and then the other, the tendency to try to duplicate others. First with false humility, that can be a major roadblock, because many times business professionals worry about claiming that their expertise or their success may come off as arrogant. However, when you have a mindset like that, it undermines your ability to connect with your audience. And so the
mhm,
truth is, your audience wants to hear your unique perspective and the value that you bring to the table. So they need to know all of your accomplishments. So embrace your achievements and share your insights with confidence, and just remember that showcasing your expertise is not about you boasting, it's
mhm,
about providing value. And when you own your story and your experiences, you empower others and you inspire them to draw from their strengths. And this really, the second one, the tendency to duplicate others, it really ties into what you were saying earlier, because a lot of times we have the tendency to try to mimic the styles of other speakers, and that dilutes who we really are as a person and what our voice sounds like. And so while it's great that we learn from others, let us try not to replicate someone else's persona or the way that they deliver, or their delivery of their messages, because it's going to leave you feeling like you you were totally inauthentic, you were disengaged, or like you were a total failure because you were not who you are designed to be. And your audience can sense it when you're not really being who you are. So instead of trying to copy someone else, focus on developing your own voice and your own style, and embrace what makes you unique. And don't be
mhm,
afraid to infuse your personality into your presentations. When you are authentic, it resonates with everyone that you talk to. It builds trust and it keeps your audience engaged with you. And so to So to overcome those challenges, I would just say to embrace who you are. Really
Mhm.
become one with who you are. Share your genuine experiences and present your ideas with the passion that you have. And remember that your voice is your greatest asset, your
Yes.
voice. And so it deserves to be heard. And there are people who wants to hear it. I always say that I may not be your cup of tea, but that's okay. Somebody is wanting to drink the tea that I have, So, you know,
Mhm.
and you have to be okay with that. And when you step onto the stage as your true self, not only are you going to command attention, but you're also going to create an environment where your message can resonate and it can inspire. You don't just want to speak, you want to connect, you want to empower, and you want to actually leave a lasting impression and a lasting impact on the audience.
Wow. Now I want to say I love both of those that you mentioned because I've been doing quite a few talks and I've never heard someone bring up those 2 points that you brought up. So I
Wow.
love that about the false, humility because some people do that, but it's nothing wrong, like you said, with owning your accomplishments. Like I know for me personally, if I want to work with somebody, I want to work with somebody who knows what they're doing and who
Right.
has the receipts to prove it. So I think that it's not about being cocky, it's about being confident, like you said. And it's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, I accomplished this." It's quite all right. So I love that, and the fact that you said that you have to just be yourself. That's basically what it all comes down to. Just be yourself. You don't have to copy anybody. A lot of people have different phrases. Like I love Tabitha Brown, and I had the opportunity to meet her, and she has her signature closing. I know you've heard of it. Now go
Yes.
on about your business. Have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go mess up nobody else's. Now, if somebody starts using that, we already know that's Tabitha's trademark thing. Now, did she
Right.
create it? Possibly not. She might have heard it from someone, but that's what we've known to recognize that with her. So you may
Mhm.
like certain sayings or phrases. Like we can even bring up Eric Thomas. He's one of those speakers that kind of takes charge and kind of
Mhm.
sometimes has a loud or I don't want to say a shouting voice, but he has, like a commanding voice.
Right.
And so if you try to pick up that style, then people are going to be like, he's trying to talk like Eric Thomas, or like everybody has their signature thing. So the key
Mhm.
thing is you got to spend enough time with yourself to find your signature thing, find your trademark, find your brand. What resonates with you? What do you like? If you like the color pink, then wear the color pink. Or if you like to open up with a scripture, then open up with a scripture. But the key thing is you have to find your comfort level and get comfortable in your skin, in yourself, to make your message, make your experience unique to yourself and
Yeah.
not be a copy of someone else. So I love both of those points that you made because it's very true. And so my last question with you is, what is one essential tip that you would offer to someone looking to improve their public speaking skills?
And honestly, it's going to go back to that same thing. Be bold, be authentic, be you. That's the tip that I would give. In a world that's filled with voices and styles that's vying for attention, the most powerful thing that you can bring to the stage is your true self. No one can replicate your experiences. They can't replicate your perspectives. They cannot replicate your personality. That's what makes you unique. So embrace that, and and speak from your heart. Connect, build genuine connections based
Mhm.
on who you are with your audience. And when you share your unique stories, when you share your unique insights, you're not just another speaker, but you become memorable because your presence resonates with them. Ditch the urge, that we have to conform to think that, we have to be this great speaker who does these certain things like you just shared. um Instead, just let your individuality shine. um
Mhm.
Use your quirks, your humor, your passion, whatever it is that makes you you. Do that to engage your audience. And when you speak as your true self, you're going to invite others into your world and you're going to make them feel valued and understood. So I'll just repeat it: be bold, be authentic, be you. This approach is not just going to enhance your public speaking skills, but it's going to empower you to leave that lasting impact on everyone that you meet and everyone that listens to you. Because in the realm of public speaking, I like to think of it like this: there's simply no competition when you embrace your true self.
Wow. I
So,
love that.
yeah.
And it's the truth. And when you think about it, guess what? That speaker already exists. That's already done.
Hmm.
So we don't need another one of those. We need something different. We don't there's already one, you know, I guess you say Lisa Nichols. There's already one, I can't think of his name, but Les Thomas, I think that's his name.
Hmm.
But Les Brown, excuse me.
Right.
So there's always, they're already there. There's already one, Tabitha Brown. Like we don't need any more replicas of that. There's already one Eric Thomas. We don't need another one of those. We
Right.
need another one of you. We need another you. We need a brand new you. And so
Yes.
that's what we have to realize, that there's enough copycats or enough people trying to be a knockoff of the original version. We need more authentic originals. We need more people who are, blueprints and not carbon copies. We need, like you said, embrace your quirks. And I
Yeah.
think we try to hide those things, but those
Yeah.
things are what make us unique. So we have to just get more comfortable with ourselves. And I feel like also, let's be a lifelong learner. If you want to be a speaker, then continue to practice, continue to go to workshops and go to trainings, and look at YouTube videos, get books on different tips. I'm constantly trying to read more things and get more insight, because I feel like you should always be trying to improve.
Hmm.
You should never get to a point where you feel like, hey, I've already arrived, I got it all down packed. No, you
Hmm.
should be continuously trying to work and get better, and even get a speaker coach. When you think about it,
Hmm.
most athletes or people who are singers or whoever top of their game, they have coaches, people who are
Right.
vocal coaches, people who are their athletic coaches, their trainers, their you know speaker coaches, business coaches. If you want to be the best at whatever you're doing, you need to have somebody on your team who can help you, who can see your blind spots, who can, make you accountable, who can pull out, what's inside of you that you may not even see in yourself, but they can see it. And
Hmm.
so we have to surround ourselves around people who want to see us better and who want to see us go
Yeah.
higher. We don't
Yeah.
need somebody who's going to keep us comfortable, like, oh, girl, I don't take all that. Or why are you doing all that? You doing too much. No, you don't need those people in your ear, because they're not doing anything. So they
Right.
want you to stay stuck. And so we got to go higher. 2025 is going to be here in no time. And I've
Yes.
already got my theme for 2025. I'm thriving in 2025. I don't want to survive. I don't want to just make it. I want to thrive. I want to go
Yeah.
higher. And so that should be everyone's goal. Like, you don't have to wait to 2025 to make those changes, to
Mhm.
become better. You can start being your authentic self. You can start building and doing what's necessary for you right now. You can decide on Tuesday, October 15th, I want to make some changes. I want to work with Terra Odom. I want
Yeah.
to work with the Model Speakers Academy. Whatever the case is, you can start today. We don't
Yeah.
have to wait. We can start making those changes today. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Tara. How can people stay in contact with you? What do you have going on? You mentioned your book. How can we buy the book? Just tell us all the things you have going on and any other parting, lasting thoughts that you want to give us.
Yes, you can find my book on Amazon. You also can find it on my website. My website is www.tmicorp.org. You can also find me on Facebook, Tira Quan Odom, as well as on IG and TikTok and LinkedIn. You'll find me under Tira Odom. And so, you can purchase my book and my other books. I also have a book called that I just released a couple of months ago, called Leave Excuses and Activate Purpose. And
Ooh.
so that book is just about, walking into your purpose. And I believe that when we stop making excuses for who we are and what we do or what we can or cannot do, then we will begin to see the promise that we have in our lives and what we were designed to do. So you can connect me with and connect with me from any of those avenues. I try to be very engaging, even though sometimes, my schedule is pretty busy, but I'll stay up late at night just to connect with people because I believe that, when people are trying to connect with you, I believe that I've been placed in this earth to help others,
Yes.
to increase their impact, their influence, and their income. And so I make an effort to connect with all those who connect with me.
Well, that's awesome. And I love that LEAP acronym, leave excuses and activate purpose. That's
Yes,
awesome. So
yes.
if you hear me
There's a
saying it,
story behind that. And so,
oh, can you
but
share it quickly?
oh, yes. Well, actually, Sharice, you had her on before, and
Yes.
she, along with two other ladies, we were all getting our signature schools together, and we were getting ready to do a live. And so the live was about, us taking the leap. And I'm a person who I always, make acronyms or use alliterations and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, LEAP stands for leave excuses and activate purpose. And from there, it just became even deeper rooted in me. And I wanted to share some of the things of some of the excuses of what we allow to stop us. And then how can you overcome that? Because it's
Right.
one thing to know what's stopping you, but how can you overcome it and
Right.
walk into your purpose? And so that's where that came from.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So, as you all can tell, Tara's not playing around, okay? She has books for days for you to read to help you get better. So, you definitely want to copy some of those books. And the holidays are coming up. So, let's start gifting books for the holidays. Let's start giving people something that can really help transform and change their lives and not just always. I get we got to have entertainment, but sometimes we need to get some education. Sometimes we need to get some stuff that's going to build us up, encourage us, and
Mm,
so definitely I'm going to put her website, her, different ways to get her books and just ways that you can stay in contact with her because she's definitely, I want to say, a woman to watch for 2025 and beyond. So thanks again, Tara, for coming
thank
on.
you.
I truly enjoyed our conversation. And again, I hope everyone got these tidbits that she offered and that all the great information that you can get out of the Model Speakers Academy as well. We're going to have that webinar tomorrow that I was telling you about, the free webinar at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Model Speakers webinar. So you can know about the Academy and all the great things it has to offer. And tomorrow we're going to have another edition of Public Speaking in Business. So stay tuned and make sure you are following.